Hi, this is Robertson, and this is my engineering economy individual estimating project for the spring of 2021. For this project, I decided to design and then theoretically produce a fishing rod holder. I decided to go with a fishing rod holder because I would consider myself a pretty avid fisherman, something I really enjoy. Anytime it's nice out, especially in the summer, if I don't have anything going on, I'd love to be fishing and usually am. So this rod holder is a pretty simple design, as you can see there in the picture. That is only half of the rack system. It would mount horizontally. With that, there would mount vertically onto the wall, but it would hold the rods horizontally, and it can hold 8 rods there. For this design, I decided to actually 3D print them. I don't actually have this machine, but I'm going to use the Big Rep 1 FDM 3D printer. It uses PLA material. It has a 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter build platform, and so that's what I'm going to use to manufacture them. And here you can see my bill of materials. It's pretty simple. Since it's 3D printed, it can print all at once, and it just has 2 pieces, and they're the same exact part, made of PLA plastic, and they hold the rods. For the material cost, it's actually kind of expensive. I thought it $14 a pound, and my material in use for each unit is 3.75 pounds, and there's 2 units to make up 1 rack, so that's 7.5 pounds, so that comes up to $105 for a rack or unit in total. And for my labor costs, there will be no labor costs because one person, aka me, can input the model into the 3D printer, and I can run it all by myself, so I won't have to pay laborers for doing the work. So then to the overall process cost, this is just my material costs, which we know is $105 per unit, and then the only other thing it takes to run this would be electricity, and I calculated this out from yearly electricity costs down to 96 cents a rack here. And so here's my total cost chart with my profits in here as well. So the biggest cost in this would be the startup cost in that first year. So the Big Rep 1 3D printer costs right around $60,000, and then after that, it would be material would be the next biggest factor. Here's we can see $105 a unit, and I decided to go with hopefully trying to sell 1,000 units a year, so that comes up to $105,000 just in material alone. In electricity, I took what I pay a month and doubled it. I figured that would be a pretty good starting spot. So around $80 a month, so $960 a year. And then for a shop space, I would use my 30 by 50 shop at home. Actually, my dad's. So I figured $500 a month would be pretty good payment for him, so $6,000 a year. So in the first year, it would cost about $171,960. And then from years 2 through 10, I kind of did this on a 10-year plan. I wouldn't have that initial cost of the Big Rep 1, so it would only be $111,960. I went and did some research and looked for similar types of fishing rod holders around mine. I kind of thought at first selling mine at $200 would be high, but actually I saw a lot that sold for right around $200 that were really similar to mine, and some that were even more, and these were from places like Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops, so really highly recognized places. So I knew that $200 was a pretty good selling point for me. So if I sell 1,000 units a year at $200, that's a gross profit of $2 million, and once you subtract away my cost for the 10 years, I would net around $820,400, so about $82,000 a year. That's pretty good profit. It'd be pretty profitable. And so this is on the next slide here, this is my final assembly. So you can see those would be mounted to the wall, and you could hold 8 rods in there horizontally. So that's my product. Thanks for listening.